Duchene versus Schembri Cruz. Pele translates to clown in Finnish. Well, it's a little tiny world. Foil supremacy. All the good foilists are actually epeists. That's why nobody watches foil. I forget what ISV stands for, which is a little embarrassing, but it means that this is a new country. Although honestly, I suspect that he's just got citizenship, but still good to see new people on new countries represented. Maybe it'll be the beginnings of it. Much slower bout. As you can see, we've about to hit non-combativity, which was never in threat of in the last bout. Almost got it. Flick from Schembri. Attempted flush from Duchene. Almost got it. Okay, ISV is the Virgin Islands. I'm not sure what the I stands for. This looks like a less athletic Ngfak on the right. Well, he is French. And he is still probably like 16, so hasn't fully finished into his athleticism yet. Very patient on the right from Duchene. You are a foilist and you watch foil, and you are the only one. I don't even watch foil, and I put out foil videos every month. I believe the French have a very centralized system for the size and the popularity of their country. If you're a junior or a cadet in the high level, you're probably at INSEP or Levallois, and those two train pretty closely together, I think. Good hit by Duchene. Stylistically, you think this is the most aesthetically pleasing? It's certainly up there. I think I like a little bit more active blade work for aesthetics, just because it looks cooler. But it's certainly effective, and it does look clean. See what Schembri can do to make something happen. Very passive in distance, which is probably to Duchene's. Which is probably to Schembri's benefit. That's definitely what I was going to say. Anyway, Duchene a little bit more active now. Oof, saw the blade bend, couldn't quite get it done. Duchene a little bit more active now, trying to get something up because he knows Schembri's got the distance, he'll make it work. Now we got some movement. End of this at first. Oof, what a way to end it. You really like how Ngfak and Mincarelli fence super clean without much swashbuckling. That makes sense because you're Nordic and Estonia is all about clean fencing. I think that's an Estonian country. Having trouble picturing either of those in my head right now. I am not, I know a lot about a lot of fencers, but not every one. Between periods we'll take a look at them on the database. So clean. The French are very clean, very upright, very patient. The Estonians will never overextend. The Italians will never let a point go by without arguing. The Americans will shout. All right, second period. Schembri, not so much taking the distance as Duchene is giving him. Sorry, not distance. Not so much. Schembri is not so much taking control of the bout as Duchene is actively giving it up. Schembri will push and go back a little bit. Duchene will push a little and go back a lot. And so they end up in Duchene's part of the strip. They're going to hit non-com again. Maybe. That was close. Oof. Should have been in touch 5 seconds before. You can tell how much the ref believes your weapon will fail by how much checking they do before they hit it. If it's an obvious miss, then they'll just pop it. If it's maybe, they'll check the body cord on both ends. And if they really think you probably missed them, they'll make sure the blade is tight, they'll make sure your tip screws are there, they'll do everything. Good touch from Schembri to take the lead there. But we got a lot about to go still, even though the other one was done by now. And Duchene's got to be a little bit more patient. That kind of a big foot touch forward can get you hit really easily if you're not set well for it. Yeah, Schembri's in the driver's seat now. Duchene goes forward, Schembri goes back. Duchene overcommits, Schembri gets the counter. It's like 3 touches now. Back when I started fencing, I had a ref threaten to duct tape my socks to my knickers because they kept falling down. This was not a tournament where it was worth complaining about. Go high, go low, double. Yeah, all Schembri has to do is keep poking at Duchene until he commits to something. And Duchene's really got to take a minute, calm down, collect himself, start setting things up properly. You can probably get away with going in without commitment because Schembri is looking so much for that commitment. Which I think is what he was trying to do, and the Schembri was kind of just if you're not going to commit, I'm going to commit and get a touch. Good adjustment by him to keep his eyes open. That's the same long lunge, like 1-2, that just doesn't get him anywhere. No, it worked, but it still wasn't really set up well. At least it wasn't the same overcommitment touch that he had before, so step in the right direction. Big prep there. That's not really going anywhere. He's done it twice. Let's see if there comes a third from Duchene. There is. Tries to do a disengaged flush. Schembri catches him in probably 2, some outside line. Counters to the flush as it goes around. Duchene's really struggling now. Sock fix. Should probably tie his shoe or something. And I checked this time. The names are on the right side. It's Duchene on the right, Schembri on the left. Schembri's just going to wait. He doesn't need to do anything at all. This is the biggest 3-touch lead you'll ever see in fencing. Well, Unlike Pele, Duchene survived to the third period, and that gives his coach a chance to do some corrections and adjustments, and for him to get his mind back straight. Let's see. If I was Duchene, I don't know. Schembri is really, really stifling him. Probably push and pull a lot harder. Push deep into Schembri's territory, into Schembri's distance, then pull back hard. Hope to get Schembri to commit to to either the counterattack that he did for his 6th touch, 7th touch, or lull him into thinking that he goes in close, he won't get it, and then you can get a touch. And then you can build from there. Schembri just needs to stay alert and not think he's won already. Duchene go back? Nope. Schembri gets the counter. It's a good start, but he has to have the patience to go through the game plan, not just YOLO it and take a shot that he can see. Up and probably works fine, but sometimes you just need to change weapons to get your head on straight. Sometimes looks like the advice was active feet. He took that personally. He does have more active feet, and I think it's probably what he needs. He just needs to be active feet backwards as well as forwards. Now he's got, yeah, there you go. He's got Schembri kind of rattled now for that touch. So all he had to do was wait it out. Still got, it's good adjustment by Schembri now. He's not just ceding distance. He's doing a defense in depth where he pushes every moment Duchene goes forward, hoping to draw out the wrong reaction from him. Like that. Duchene stopped doing active feet. Schembri took advantage, flush in with a beat flush. That was a really good touch. Same deal. Goes in too far, it gets countered. This must be pushing Duchene very far out of his comfort zone. Maybe we'll go back and watch an earlier bout of his to see how he fences. Oh, backflip. It's not enough to win. You gotta win with style. That was so pretty. He did up the tempo for a couple of touches, I guess also now. It's not working because he's not doing it right. He's up the tempo, but it's all aggression. And that's not good. You need to up the tempo and have aggression and defense and open the distance and play with the distance. You can't just run at your opponent. Or at least you can't just run at an opponent at your level. Duchene's given up. That was a lazy touch. Schembri just wants to end it. Duchene wants to go home. He's probably thinking, but I'm French. How can I lose to somebody from the Virgin Islands? I've never even heard of them before. It worked, but he's got 5 more of those to do without a double. This could definitely be the start of a bright future for Ivory Coast fencing. Ivory Coast. That's CIV. This is ISC, Virgin Islands fencing. And victory. Good. Well